I wouldn't want my kids to have so much freedom.
Nowadays, man doesn't want to take any responsibility.
Of course, they were worried that I married American man.
I didn't even know that as a Muslim woman, you would hide your religion because you were scared.
What? You are Muslim? I feel I'm Dagestani and American.
Every life is a story. And today I have a beautiful guest from Dagestan. Patima, hello, welcome.
Hello, Leah. Thank you so much having me. And hi, everyone.
I'd love to ask, when did you move? How did you move? How was it?
Yes, and that's interesting story because I moved actually not straight to USA, and I've been coming in and out for maybe over 15 years. And but we lived in Dubai, so from there we moved to the States 11 years back permanently.
I see.
Yes, so I'm kind of feeling like I'm new to USA, though I spent 26 years now coming and going.
I see.
Yeah.
How old were you when you left Dagestan?
Oh yeah, when I left Dagestan, I was about 27 years old, around, and it was a big challenge for me. Yes, and it wasn't a dream to be American girl, but it's happened somehow, and I think I'm one of the blessed, person to be able to move out of this that time. Because it's been a long time ago and different regime, let's say, different environment, and to expose, so much around, and now to become American.
Well,
Almost,
congrats.
not yet, but I think I'm almost there.
Good.
Yes, yeah.
And how was it? What did you feel when you left your country? Did you feel like you don't want to go, or you were excited to move out there?
Well, living in my country, it's though we are part of Russia, but it's within Russia different world, because I think it's one of that unique republic, let's say, where we have over 30 different nationalities and 30 different languages with alphabet and culture and traditions, though we belong almost the same religion, let's say. But it was very close, especially for women. Like, it's not about that we didn't have our rights, but it's about we couldn't do a lot of things which we were seeing, on the other side of the world. So I think it wasn't like I ran away, but it was just moving to my next level of life, because I was going through certain private life issues. So I wanted to change the place, and I was fortunate to have my family living in Dubai. So I moved there.
So you moved with the whole family?
Yeah, I moved with my daughter.
I see.
Yes, I moved with my daughter to my family in Dubai.
Okay.
And then I met my American husband there.
Oh.
And life started, and now we are over 26 years. So it was a nice shift, but at the same time, it was very difficult. Yes.
What was the most difficult thing that you experienced?
The most difficult to leave the place which I was belong, because already at that time I realized that I'm not going back anymore. I don't know, somehow I knew that it won't happen. And at the same time, it was very difficult to dive into new culture, new environment, new people, and the language, of course. Because we speak only Russian, then I had to move and start my English language as well. And it's been long years challenge for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was it hard for you to learn the language?
It wasn't hard to speak, but it was, especially in Dubai, when I used to live, I didn't feel any problem. But when I moved 11 years for permanent to USA, I felt that I am not good enough in language, so people won't be understanding me. And it took me several years to get over that scarcity, like, something like it was worried me. And but now I feel more comfortable.
Nice.
Yes. So that was my kind of shift why I left. I left just because certain issues, and also to try something new. though I was breaking rules. So I think I was the first one of that time. I think we can even count there, because not that many ladies could leave country and get married foreign men, especially if you are divorced.
I see.
And I was divorced that time. So it was big risk, let's say, challenges, and I was lucky because I had my oldest sister with her husband who were supporting me, and giving me that protection, let's say.
Yeah, that's good to know that you have someone.
Oh yes, yeah. Otherwise, I don't think I would just leave ever, because it wasn't possible.
Of course.
In my culture, in Russia, if to take Russia in general, yes, women could travel, women go, come, and it's not a problem. But for us in that special region, we were still under certain control, not as a woman, but as a human being, as a woman, let's say. So it's kind of like, you would think, okay, it was nice because we were protected by father, by husbands, by brothers, but at the same time, when you face personal issues and there is no anymore you can build your life, because you are divorced. And in our religion, it's very difficult if you are divorced to build up second time your family.
Yeah.
So you are basically dedicated to your kids. So I think it was just a lucky moment.
It's because you're
Yes,
you're
I think
different.
so. I think so, yeah. So that's what...
Yeah, and
how
let's say, so people know that Dagestan is a Muslim republic,
Yes.
right? And probably it was easier for you to move to Dubai first because they're Muslims too.
Yes, that's the thing. When I moved to Dubai, though it's a Muslim country, but in Dagestan we are Muslim, but first time it was also cultural shock. Like I have two cultural shock when I moved to UAE and when I moved to USA, because we, as a Muslim woman, we are not, let's say, we have certain things that we must follow. But in Dubai and UAE itself, I felt it's completely different rules women follow as a Muslim. So there I find out that, okay, we are same religion, but everyone follows differently and different rules, and the language, of course, it's different. So I start understanding that they have more
Equality,
between men and women, that they can be talking to a man, which we thought they are not allowed to talk to men. And most in Dagestan, we usually don't, we try to not communicate with men if it's not your members, family members. But here I find out it's okay. It's okay to talk. It's okay to be on the same level, discuss different, let's say, if you are colleagues, for example, because my husband worked at the university as a professor, so I used to see so many different rules that as a students, Arabian students, girls, they can talk to professors, they can talk to their classmates. And I was like, wow, that's something different. And I really love that way of Muslim. So I kind of start shifting and diving more and more. And I felt really more comfortable because we had a lot of restrictions. But here it's restrictions only in one. I saw that you cannot travel without men. And that was a big issue those days. These days, women can travel anywhere, everywhere, and they don't have to have husbands with them. So I'm talking about, let's say, 15, 20 years back. And for me, it was like, so I kind of balance. As a woman, I can travel now here, and as a woman, I can communicate openly and be on the same level. We are equal. Yeah. But when I moved to USA, that was different.
Completely different.
I was lost for several years. Yeah.
And I know, in Dagestan and also in Dubai, people don't drink alcohol.
Oh,
and
yes, yeah.
Here is
Yes. No, in
completely
Dagestan,
opposite.
actually, as a part of Russia, it's became last, let's say, maybe 10 years, 15 years that still they have drinks. They sell in the restaurants. You can have it even in the house if the family more open, minded. But 10, 15 years ago, you could drink. Even women could drink. It
Really?
wasn't, yeah, in Dagestan we were, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we used to have like dinners where we would have wine on the tables and sitting with parents, have dinner and can have some champagne or wine. Of course, we don't drink that strong drinks, but wine and champagne we were allowed to drink. It's become, as a restrictions, I think more like 10, 15 years since. And in Emirates, yes, you are not allowed at all. And I think they never were allowed, as I understood. So that was kind of like a difference. But I felt like they smoke a lot. In Dagestan, as a Muslim woman, we are not allowed to smoke, you see. And I think it's also cultural. Even in Russia, women didn't used to smoke as as these days, let's say, openly. These days you can smoke and nobody will tell you anything. But those days it was like something only men do.
Yeah.
But in Emirates, like
Even girls?
girls, they can sit and smoke in front of their dad, mom.
What?
Not only kalyan, or how do you call this?
Hookah?
Hookah. Hookah is just normal thing.
Yeah.
I mean the cigarettes. So that was a shock for me. Like how
Even for
this-
me, it's a shock now.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I didn't think they allowed to smoke.
Yes, yeah, they do smoke, and they smoke. It's normal for them. They say it because it doesn't give you any. Let's say you don't get high. From
It doesn't
normal.
change your mind.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't change your mind. But the drink, yes, that's so they have different restrictions. You see, so it was like, wow, and that was like something I never expected in Muslim world. Like
Yeah.
I would see girls are smoking.
Yeah.
From one side, maybe it's good also because at least you know what your kids are into, so they don't have to hide from you, and you can still help them if they, somehow to
Yeah.
stop their smoke. But from the other side, I think I wouldn't. I would still keep that restriction.
Yes. But how do you feel here in America where people do whatever?
Oh yeah, in America it's like you can do whatever you want, however you want, and for me it's too much of freedom. Okay, as a grown woman, we can control certain things, and we kind of know what we are going to do and why we are doing this. But as a young generation, I think it's a little bit like they are breaking all the rules as a respect, as a quality, as a, growing as independent and having so much available out there, and parents don't have any control. I feel it's I don't know. To me, it's kind of even scary little bit. Though I am okay with it, and our daughter, she's grown now. She's around 30 years old, and she grew up in Dubai. She grew up, and then she moved to Italy, and she moved here. So she's now married, American husband there. So she is very westernized. But at the same time, I feel like she likes when there is certain rules and culture, wise. That she tells sometimes I wouldn't want my kids to have so much freedom. So it's maybe because we still feel we are belong to different culture. We still carry that values. Yes, we carry those values. So for us, it's like. But from the side, if you look of the view, like you can have like so much opportunities in the States. Like I've been living in Russia, I've been living in UAE, and I travel a lot around the world, and I feel still this is one of the top places. If like you don't feel you are you have to follow the same thing all your life. You can change things anytime you wish. So yes, there is difficulties, there is challenges, but you still can do that. And that is really what it makes me like proud that, okay, it's, I know there is, everything is possible.
Everything.
Just once I moved to the States, I understood that. Until then, I couldn't really value that exactly point. I was like, so much freedom, so much things, but why and why? Always I used to ask. But then I start realizing what this freedom also could give you, the benefits, which kind of benefits, what it can, where it can lead you at the end. And so in the States, yes, it makes me like, it makes me happy that those things, but I feel more disconnected from family values.
I see.
Kids become so, in an early age, independent. So they have to be responsible for their lifestyle, for their expenses. I think this is the majority kind of, things here. Where in Dagestan, let's say, or in the Muslim culture, we are like parents usually takes care of us till we get through college. So we don't think about any expenses. So we don't even think that we should be making some money. Even these days, though so many things changed back in Russia, and especially in my region as a Dagestan, because it's really something unique within Russia, and a lot of people knows now more about Dagestan, of course, because of the sport, because of other things. But I mean, it's a different now. But still, parents takes care of children education until they married. And even the wedding, parents usually support fully.
Yes.
So, and we are so depend on the parents.
True.
And then when we find ourselves that we should take care of ourselves, we feel lost. You see? So there is plus and minuses always. But here, you are so independent from young age that you depend on yourself, not on your parents, not on your siblings, but on your own self. So, and you become stronger morally, physically, but at the same time, it's a big pressure, I think, on kids. And then they lose that value of family.
They don't have that connection, right?
Yes, because they are thinking of themselves to survive, to get through certain things. And then you travel, to different states. Depends on your education, depends on, I don't know, work-wise. So that's, I don't know if it's possible. But I don't mean the whole America. But I mean, I think it's, this is just culture. And this is normal for them, But I feel as a grown in different culture that this would be for me missing points in the States, where we don't get together often. There is no time here because people are so busy working and making life, living. But for us, it's for me, I mean, it's difficult, and I really miss that point here. The most I miss that point than the other things.
I see. That's the main part that you miss.
Oh yeah.
And where's your family now? So
some they live in Dubai still, and my mom and my older, let's say, members, they live in Dagestan, and some live in Moscow as well, in Russia. So we are here and there.
All over the places.
And I'm here, and I have a daughter she lives in DC with her family now. So that's how
at least
is.
she's here.
Oh yes, she's here. Thank God. Yes.
Was it hard to raise her and keep your traditions at the same time?
Oh yes, I think for immigrants who are really they move, like she grew up in this Western culture, And so for her, maybe it's much easier to grow her children. For me, it's because I am the first one, who came out, and plus I am so attached to my culture and my traditions and the family-wise. It was very difficult to keep her on that path. So I used to take her 2-3 times a year back to Dagestan, so she will stay in touch with her cousins, with my own parents, and her relatives. So it was very difficult, and I was so scared that she will lose that touch, she will lose that connections, and I'm like, I think I spent several years just fighting with my own worries, which maybe wouldn't even happen, Then I realized when she was in middle school, I realized, okay, when I find out that all cousins, they are WhatsApp chattings, and they send each other pictures, and there are 5, 6, like in our tradition we have like quite few kids usually. I think I'm the only who has only one child. But we usually have 2, 3 kids at least. So that time, it was her middle school, I realized, okay, she's with her family, like she belongs, she feels that she's belong to family, and she's not just alone. And so that time I kind of let it, just be how it is, and always, of course, stay on that traditions. I follow, like, let's say we have religion holidays, we have Russian holidays. So I do stay on those holidays, and I celebrate them deeply. And so she grew up in that. And she always tells me, she tells me, Mom, when I have my own kids, like, you will be next to me, so you can keep up with all this with my children even.
Oh, that's so nice.
And that makes you happy. That means like, you really save that connections and belongs, because I think every one of us, doesn't matter where we are from. We have to feel that proudness where we came from. Even we are now Americans, and we are proud to be here. We are happy that we have these possibilities to be in this country, dream of everyone. But still, we need to value.
I agree.
Yeah, so that was difficult, but I think I did what I could in my best.
You did your best, yeah.
We keep the language, we speak with her, even not only Russian, but national language. Yes. And
so she speaks languages.
Oh,
that's
yes,
nice.
yeah, she speaks, and also she can easily understand her grandparents when they talk in their language, though her language is not as a, let's say, a level like high, but still being always out of country and just only hearing me, I think it's she did good job.
Yeah,
and she stays on that level. She says, I don't want to lose this language because it's so unique, Mom. Even when we are in Russia, we can use that language.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, so that's
it's
a
beauty,
big
yeah.
it's a long way, but I think it's interesting,
It is.
And you grow up also yourself. You grow, every time you face that challenge, and then you pass it, and then you feel like, wow, that wasn't too bad. Yes.
I know, yeah, that's a good thing. I also wanted to talk about some traditions, and I know for sure, like, I'm half Georgian, half Armenian, and I'm sure it's pretty much the same in Dagestan.
Yes.
The respect for older
Oh,
people.
yes.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes maybe other cultures, like Americans or from all over the world, they don't understand why we listen to our parents that much. Even if we want to do something different, we still have to listen because it's the way of respect.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you ever had struggles with the parents in your life, like maybe?
Oh yes, of course. I think as you said, it's our culture. as Armenian, Georgian, Dagestanian, and all that region, we have similarity, especially to the older, and to be, some people call it under control. I call it respect, So there is a big difference. And when they say woman is under control, and we don't have freedom or something, or we are so much under parents' control, I feel after I became parents and I lived life like, seeing and observing my daughter growing, and what it was happening those years, maybe it was a little bit strict than now, because that was the time also, But I feel it gives that value of family, that connections, that being together. Because when you follow certain family rules, it's not you are under control, it's just you are belong to that family rules respectfully. And yes, sometimes it's difficult. For example, as I said, when I was moving to UAE, even it's a Muslim country, but as a divorced woman or single woman, it was like about 27, 28 years ago, you wouldn't be able almost to do that. So for my mom, if I wouldn't have my sister there with her family living, I know I would never convince her to allow me go to other country. It would be closed subject. And what would happen? Okay, that would be closed subject, but I would move probably within the country, but in a different way, So I would never say no and leave, So, but when I stayed in UAE, and they used to tell me that it's for me, I shouldn't be as a single woman staying there. I can go visit my sister, her family, spend time, but not to leave. This is where I face little challenge. So I have to use few tricks, let's say, not going against and telling them I'm doing it because I want to do it, just without hurting their, feelings. But just to say, okay, I would like to stay longer. I need some different, maybe it was also my personal issue. So I used to tell my mom, I need more support from my older sister, so to stay. And I was also lucky because my family were a little bit, I think, than others, more open. So which we had those kind of things also in Dagestan. Some of them very conservative and strict, and some is more open and more, letting kids to give education, to travel, to do. So I was one of those. So I could leave and then slowly, step by step, bring them to that level. And then they wouldn't tell you anything because you are not doing really anything wrong. You just try to avoid certain things and just build your life. Of course, they were worried that I married American man, because you know how it was before, a long time ago. Like it was like almost impossible. And why would you do that? And so that was a little bit difficult to not say a lot, about my life, to not talk about it. It took me a few years. And then my dad was more open, and he says, okay, if you are happy and if you think, okay, this is the man, you feel like you will be safe and stay forever, well, at least in your mind. Yeah. So he said that's the main important thing for us. And then I invited him to visit my, family in the Emirates. So since then, I never faced any problems. Thank God. But looking at my daughter now, I feel. Sometimes I ask myself, is she breaking the rules?
She just follows.
Yes, or she's just following her heart. And she's like, it's again from generation to generation, because the way how she brings certain things, what she would like to do, and she knows that I might be, conservative about it, but the way she brings it, it makes me like feel, that she has certain standards. It's not like, I don't care, Mom, about your opinion, So I feel this that is the, between us, new generation, let's say, and between our parents and us as elderly. Like, at least they can come to us and say, I want to do this openly, So, okay, it's not breaking rule, but at least you have to give them chance, because it's a new life, also new generation, new environment. But for me, these days still I feel sometimes I can't break certain rules.
You still keep it.
And I feel very responsible, for parents.
That's
which
true.
is so different than here.
Yes, it's different. I'm somewhere in between.
Yeah.
How I can do better, because we have new generation, we have new country, and my kids were born in Russia, but at the same time they grew up here, I could say, because they spend more time here than in Russia. And of course I want to keep our culture and traditions, but they don't understand it, and it's kind of hard. But I hope I hope they will have it, in heart.
Yes, yeah. That's why I used to take when how old is your kids now?
10 and 7.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm telling you, till almost she finished her middle school, I used to take her to, but it's so that's the thing also, when we are in America, it's so difficult to travel. But I was lucky, because in Emirates we are like few hours, from our place. So I used to take her on every break, even for 1 week, but and spend, so because it's really difficult. So and I know what you mean. And a lot of us immigrants, families and women, we feel that that kids are not, they are losing that connections with culture. So I try to do all my best, taking her all the time, anytime I can, and but I know she won't be able to do that. For example, with her kids, that's. Yeah, and your generation, and the same, I feel my daughter's generation, yes, you need to find somehow
the balance.
so at least they will know, okay, where they came from, like mom is from here and dad is from here, or both of them from here, which is very difficult. I think a lot of people, because I work with women, and that is the number one issue. Moms feel insecure that their kids don't know the culture, don't know where they're from, and they are not belong anymore, and they feel like they cannot save that, So I don't know really how it could be solved, but but as long as at least in the family, within the family, what I feel here, for example, we have different food, right?
Yes.
And so what I do, I mainly, at least I cook every week certain dish, so like, even she doesn't need now anymore to travel so much, but when she tries that food, or I say I cooked this, it gives her that feelings that, okay, this is not,
no,
it's from different, culture, from different lifestyle, let's say, from different region. And so it gives that connections that she came from. And I think this kind of things will help even us to keep, up.
Yeah, I hope so.
You will. You will. Yeah.
Your husband is American, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was different even for you to communicate with American men. But how did he approach you? Because I don't think he knew the rules back then.
I think that was the biggest challenge of my husband. Because yes, really, it's completely was, well, maybe it also helped him because he used to work in Saudi. And in Emirates, it's more freedom for women than in Saudi. But if I didn't live ever in Saudi, I didn't even visit it yet. I hope I do visit, and especially nowadays, you can travel there. It's not like before. And I hope that I will. But the life before, it was completely different. So for him, of course, he kind of spent there a few years, and he hears Muslim. So when he met me, the first thing was, I think, cultural thing, that I wouldn't go. I was 26, 27 years, right? About 27. So I wouldn't go, let's say, overnight anywhere. And as a woman who is already been married, divorced woman, I think for him was shock. And he says,
Like, why?
after a certain time we've been dating, I still cannot, and in me it was something, I cannot do this because I was still in my full culture, and there wasn't enough really time, and plus still I was in Muslim country. I don't know if I was in America how I would have that transition, maybe it would be even faster. But so it was very difficult for him to understand, to follow, and to be more responsible. And the thing is also what I think. When I ask him now, he says no. But I felt the time that we are fully. I mean, man is fully responsible for women's expenses, for family. That we don't work to make money, and we shouldn't be working to make money. This coming not only from us, it comes from grandparents, fathers, and brothers, and it's something. And he used to say, but how you can keep up with the family then, like expenses? And I used to tell the time, I don't know.
I'm not a man.
Yes, I don't know, but this is our life. So man is responsible for everything. And he used to say, yes, we are responsible, but financially it should be equal,
50-50.
No. And that was, I think, the biggest challenge for him, to understand and to accept. And for me, it was biggest challenge because first time I heard from American men, because before I wasn't also seeing or knowing American people. So I was like, when he told me that this is how it is, it was my I think shock.
Like,
What
no.
do you mean equal? What do you mean like woman and man should be bringing money in, and it's a responsibility? What about children? What about then house things, like who takes care of those things? And he says, yeah, we do together. I said, no, men don't do these things. Your responsibility
Yes.
to keep up with everything we need in the house. And he was like shocked. It took him a few years, to be honest. I think even about 3 years. And then he started realizing it's not about, you spending and he's making. It's just about, just, you don't have to be so much into it. You are more into balance in the family and taking care of children. I love, because since we are now together almost 27 years going to be. And so many years I always hear women should succeed, women should go and do and this equal rights, and so that they are not paid enough, And only recently I started hearing Ellen Cardone, and she speaks about women's rights, the way, and a lot of people speak negatively about it, that she says, yes, I am that woman and they are American, it's a big family, that her husband should make money and provide it. And she said, I'm not going to hide it, because that's how we are. I have to take care of children while my husband is at work. And I felt, wow, really? American.
They talk about it.
They talk about it, what we were living all life.
Yes.
And then we had to move, to shift our mind and our lifestyle to that we need to be equal with men.
Yes.
And now I'm like, okay, now they are start speaking about it, because it's a big issue. I think even here it's became now.
Yes.
I mean, here it's became a big issue.
I think it's just because nowadays man doesn't want to take any responsibility, not just financial, like any at all. And that's why it becomes more popular topic now,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Well, I don't feel it, unfortunately. I feel like it's, they are becoming to old traditions.
No, I mean, unfortunately, that we even have to talk about it. That
Exactly.
they
In
don't.
this country, especially, where it was like, okay, it was everything was good, And now, yes, man is taking less responsibility, where a woman should work and take care of the children and take care of the things around. And I always felt that the biggest challenge, and I always used to tell to my husband, getting back to my husband, what was challenges, between our, when we start dating and first years, because as an old school, let's say, grown, he felt, yes, men should take care of women and children. But at the same time, being in this capitalism, he felt women should be also responsible for it. Which for us, yes, we should be responsible for it, the way how we spend money. So we don't bring to bankruptcy. And as a Russians also, it's like it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Not only Dagestani, but we don't. We never felt responsible for income. Whereas here I feel it's responsibility of women, and that gives big pressure on women, and women also under stress because of the children, because of the whole cycle. We have different, and we are different. We are not men, but at the same time, they were working hard, and it was shocking me, always.
Sometimes even more than a man.
Exactly. I always used to tell my husband how American women are so strong. How it's possible? And he used to tell me, yes, this is how we are. And I'm like, never really was for that, And now when I hear like like big entrepreneurs, and women who really can affect, this movement, I see that they are talking about it. It feels like, wow, that's so good. Finally, they are understanding how much a woman has, and that we should be respected differently. And okay, equal, it's fine, but
Yes, different ways.
Different ways, yeah. So that was challenge and the big, I think, point in our relation. But it took few years when he realized I'm doing things in a right way and in decent way, and there is no, of course, for him it wasn't decent because, like, you are not making that much money, but you are expecting to have a beautiful jewelry or to travel in some luxury places. So this was a little bit difficult still. But it took him few years to understand what is this. It's not about using men. It's about just creating that beautiful atmosphere based on your income.
Yeah.
So when he saw that, it was never issue anymore. And I think, and the other things, we were okay with each other.
Nice.
He liked that. He even liked that, I'm more of Muslim society than just very open, because he is this way. Also, he is a little bit conservative, like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Nothing else would bother us, And also, I used to trust him a lot about when our daughter used to grow, because, as you know, the same, we are from the same kind of culture where we really have a lot of we depend a lot on our parents, let's say. But here I felt, okay, she's growing in different world, and I have no any experience of that. So I used to trust my husband and say, okay, you take that side. And I remember when she was 14 years old, she, of course, we give our kids art, music. So this is number one thing.
Yeah.
And she used to go to play piano, and one of the top students, and travel around Europe with the concerts that time. And then she was 14, so she was like, she needs more money, and Dubai, there is a different lifestyle. I will tell you, it's like, I don't know how, but it is different. And then, and I remember first time he told her, well, you you already know how to make money. You just need to use your abilities, and your skills. Yes, you have to use your skills and to make money. And I remember I was sitting in the living room and I looked at my husband and I said, "What do you mean?" And he looks at me, says, "Yes, she can make money, piano, and we have community university, like professors, kids who wants you instead of babysitting, this, because we lived in a university city, so we are all teachers, professors, and kids growing, so each of them used to do something. It's an American style, babysitting, helping to take the dogs out or things. But to me, it still wasn't, I wasn't really seeing this, I can say. I was so blind into that point. and it's first time it's make me like, what? She's just 14. She cannot work and make money. It's like, impossible. And he said, why? What's wrong about it? She's one of the top students. Any our friends would love that there are kids to come and she would teach them to play. And then my daughter is just sitting and looking, watching us. And she says, well, okay, I'm going to try this week. So I need to put advertisement in the news, we used to have. And I looked at her and I thought, that time I thought, okay, it's a different mentality. I have in a family growing my daughter, but with different mentality. Yes. So I was like, okay, let it be. So just don't, involve in it. So I said, yeah. And when I saw her reaction, I said, maybe you are right, Ron. And I said, if she feels okay, and she never thought about it. And I never would think about it because it's never was practiced in my family. But for him, you see, it's again cultural, like early age kids should be, start making money. But in a different way though, And since then, every Friday, she would start her day with the music and having 2-3 students in the house, So it was her time. And then afternoon, she would just go and have a good time with her friends and classmates, And she tells me all the time now. She said, Mom, if that time Ron wouldn't tell me that, she said, maybe I wouldn't feel the value of
herself.
Yes, herself, and that you can make money in this way, and plus the money itself, like as a value.
Yes.
And she said, it's so good that you didn't interfere and you didn't stop me doing that. And so for him, it was a little bit also those things he would face with me a little bit. But, as a Muslim woman, I would say something but not fight back.
Yes, have to be calm.
Yes. I think that was like saving our relation.
You see, your culture helped you.
Yes, of course, yes. I feel like, yes, my culture and my, the way how I grew the religion side also, it's really helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I also wanted to ask how your culture and skills that you earned from your culture and religion helped you here to adopt, maybe.
Yeah, the culture, I don't know, the religion, I think it didn't help me. I got a little bit scared even to say that I am different religion. And a few years I've been just not saying, I just used to say I'm Russian. And just to not have that conflict. I wasn't really safe. I didn't feel safe here. And it took me a few years. Then I start saying, because I understood America is a place of freedom. And there are people who could go against even their own religion. I realized that it's not about your religion. It's about just different beliefs, different understanding. So I start openly saying I am from Russia, but from Caucasia, and this is this. And that helped me to be who I am. Because a few years I was hiding kind of like who I am really, and it was very difficult. It was... I think it was the biggest thing that I was ready to go back. I was ready to run back. I couldn't put myself together. I was disconnected with myself, who is Patima in reality and who is Patima outside, let's say. So even now I feel like, it was very difficult for me that time. And it took me several years when I start saying, why should I be, scared of what? If it's not about all Americans, it's just about certain people against certain things. And so, okay, you just don't, just be quiet on those places where you see that you could face that things. And that the religion and that the culture helped me, to not be one of those like proving who you are, fighting back. Because in our culture, we don't fight back. We kind of say things and we step back, We don't go into conflict. We don't need to prove who we are. Which here, sometimes you need to prove who you are, and this become a conflict. So for me, it was very easy. Not easy, but it was hand to use my, culture and those religion skills to kind of get adjusted here. Yes, that's what it's really helped me. And now I'm 11 years here. I don't really feel unsafe, or I don't feel I have to say like I am not this religion, or I am not from this country, or I am not from here. I feel like it's a place of acceptance of any religion and anyone, as long as you are not against against certain rules here, which is every country. You have to be following certain things. So, but at the beginning, no, it was difficult for me.
I know. See, I didn't even know that as a Muslim woman you would hide your religion because you were scared. Like, was it dangerous, or it's just you not feeling safe?
No, it was a little bit dangerous, especially after those certain things what happened in the world, and with all these things happening with. So it was little bit difficult, and plus I was like no families around here, you see, and I am alone with.
You have to be careful.
Only, and so I just didn't want to face, because I wasn't ready. I was new in this country, you see. So for me, emotional adaptation, let's say, was already going on. But plus also saying, bringing this up, I felt it was too much on me. So I was taking whatever I can put back, just to not bring this, to the light, let's say, and keep it in the shade, and bring myself first out. Let people see who I am, even the friends around, new friends, let them understand, like, okay, this personality, this woman has this personality, okay, not because she is Muslim we shouldn't like her or like her, and that was issue in a few years here. I felt that you shouldn't be saying who you are in religion wise, especially if you are Muslim. But then it took few years, and I said, okay, if anybody asks me, I can say that. If nobody asks me, I don't have to say, you have to respect me. And even sometimes in conversations I hear that, about religion things. But the same way I hear not only about Muslim religion, I hear about other religions, people say something. So it's not you should jump and say, well, I am Muslim and you should respect me.
Yeah, you should respect everyone.
Exactly.
Right?
So I'm like, I stay calm, and I'm like, okay, it's their opinion. Just it's their opinion, because they never face. But when they find out that they are speaking and I am a Muslim, they really get like, what? You are Muslim? Yes. What do you think? And then, after time, when you say 1, 2, 3 times, you see and say, well, you've been saying that so and so, but here I am. And they get surprised, you know, and they look differently at you. So now I feel you show people different way of your, you know, doesn't matter religion or culture or nationality, but just let people face good side of things, and then you feel safe, and all environment feels safe.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel now. But first years it was challenge. Even my husband, he used to tell me, well, no, you don't have to just say Russian. Because
But you know, it's not the same.
yes, you know, it's not the same, but as again, like for safety reason.
For
You know,
safety.
sometimes we have to. It's not only in America; it's even in Russia. You know, like if we travel, Dagestani people travel to Moscow. Now it's fine, but many years back in Moscow, we are Russians. We are within Russian country, so it's like traveling to New York and then hiding that you are from Las Vegas. You know, or trying to be New Yorkers. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So that's how it was even within the country, you know. So for me, it's like, you know, we know these issues. We know. So again, you see that culture where I grew up and what I was facing those days, not exactly me personally, but what we were facing, let's say, from that region, it helped me here to, you know, to shift in a very smooth and very comfortable way, which I don't feel any pressure.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, you know, it's nice to have different culture.
Yes, sometimes it helps, really.
Oh, yes. And you know what, Ria, I feel that having those skills and those abilities that we are from different culture, it helps us a lot in many ways. Then if we would be just from, you know, only one culture. And it's our priority, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're different, and I'm happy that I have experience from different countries, and it's like Armenian culture. It's similar,
Russian
but
culture.
Russian, Georgian. It's already
Exactly,
three.
Georgian,
Now it's
yes.
here. It's like the whole mix, and I feel like the more you know about different cultures, it helps you to better to connect with other people, understand them, and find your ways to do things. And it's just the benefit.
Yes, it's a benefit. Exactly. That's the correct word. It's a benefit, you know, to use and to have it. So that's why I feel like longer I live in the States, you know, like more I feel like proud that, you know, we have so many culture. We can also share with Americans and other nationalities those, and to be as example, you know, you can you can live anywhere in the world, you know, as long as you feel happy, you are connected to yourself, and you use your culture in a good way. Yeah.
But do you feel like you represent your whole republic, or you don't have that feeling? Because sometimes I meet new people, and when they ask where I'm from, before I used to say I moved from Russia.
Yes.
But now I say I was born in Georgia, but I grew up in Russia. So they know they're not only one culture. And they ask, well, tell me what it is. And I'm like, okay, let me start. And I feel responsible that I represent the whole country, because probably they would never see a Georgian person again. Yes, nowadays they know our fighters and sport members.
Yeah, that's become really good also point, you know.
Yes, thanks to them. But I feel like I still represent the country, and I have to be responsible for what I'm saying, what I'm doing, you know.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You have that.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And I feel that a lot, even not only in the USA, I feel that also when I used to live in UAE, because in UAE they would count you as a Russian. Especially those years they didn't know Dagestan at all. Nowadays they know, and they travel a lot even to Dagestan, you know, as a local. And also because of the sport, and it's become one of the well-known place in even in the whole Russia. if to take, and even
Tourism is
Russians.
big now.
It's a tourist attraction place because of the mountains, the Caspian Sea, and the other historical big history. So the whole Russia is traveling to Dagestan now, So it was like, but those days in Emirates, so very few Russians used to be there, and you are nobody but Russian. And then the Russians weren't really in a good position there. I'm talking about
Back then.
yes. And for me it was very difficult to represent and to prove, okay, this is how we are Russians, not all Russians. Especially it was different issues there, and not now, but those years it was. And so I felt that time big responsibility to bring as like you are the face of Russia. Here I don't feel that much, but I feel here I feel more like to be face of as a religion wise. I don't feel the nationality really here. I don't know, somehow I feel like now most people know Russia, people travel to Russia, and there is so much you can see on YouTube through a journalist or other people. So it's became no anything to hide there anymore if someone wants to know. And Dagestan, it's part of Russia, and also but I think religion-wise, I still feel I am responsible, and I am representing this religion in a different way because I feel big pressure around the world. And so if you won't bring this as you are as a person, human being, but you just say I'm Russian, it's not enough. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel I'm Dagestanian and American. Yes. Somehow I feel these two so different cultures, but at the same time I feel that as it's me.
So you feel comfortable here?
Yes, I feel comfortable.
Your education, did you get a degree here, or was it back in Russia?
Oh no, I got back in Russia my master's degree in language, and then the second degree it was a psychologist. So, but when I came, and I used to work that way in Emirates for many years, but when I came here, actually, I realized these educations are nothing.
Unfortunately, yes.
My picture about America, I think it was like a dream. You can do anything and everything for success. But when I faced that I cannot use my education, I felt, okay, you are in your 40s and you've been studying so much, you've been practicing this very successfully. And now
You have to do it.
it's from zero, you have to. And when you're going to finish another 10 years, and then when you're going to practice, and when you're going to make money.
Yes.
So that was the biggest shock, I think, ever. I don't care about anything what I talk, till now. But that was like, so America is not about success. It's not about easy, you can get, it's about, you just start where you are, and make your life, I don't know, somehow possible to live. And I'm thankful to my husband who kept me safe, and I mean like in the whole things. So I didn't have to go out to work, I just took time, for myself to understand what I want to do next. Otherwise, I don't know what I would be doing, because I couldn't go to school, work as a teacher. I had to pass certain exams, to take so many classes, to go to college, and also language-wise. Then I find that not only that, but also I have to have so many hours. I have to be certified in certain ways. So okay, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Then I wanted to do in psychology, as a, not as a psychology fully practitioner, but as a consultant, for the first help, let's say emergency. I find out you can't do that. You have to go another, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
Yeah, you have to get a master's, then you have to get licensed. It's so many things that you have to do.
Exactly, so for me, I felt like, oh my goodness. And it took me 3, 4 years just staying home. And I couldn't even understand what next, So, and then I just realized, okay, even it was my daughter, I think she's more, as I said, westernized, Americanized, that she can find the ways around and things, and also different probably mentality. It gives you different possibilities, And I just was like ready to be a wife.
A housewife, and that's it.
Yes, housewife. But it wasn't making me, it wasn't exciting me that time. Because I'm like, okay, I still want to do something. But then our daughter told me, okay, mom, you are a teacher. You can have your own business as a tutoring. And I am like, how? She told me, yeah, you can have your tutoring business, like, teaching kids Russian language. And then they helped me together to put papers and all these things. And I started my own really private business as a tutor. And I started one by one. And then I realized, okay, really, you can do things, but you have to understand how.
Yeah, you need to know the system.
You need to know the system, you see. So, okay, because first I was so disappointed. I was as I said, I was ready to run back. And I'm like, you can't feel human, what is this? But when I started that, and I realized, yeah, you can use your skills. You can do in a different, in the way, maybe not that high level as you expected, but still you can use your own skills, own abilities. You can have art school, you can have language school, you can have centers, or you can also go work in some institute or school, providing students there like language in a different, like part-time. You don't have to be the fully, So I start again, when you come here, you have such a different picture about America. And then when you come, you feel like you were in illusion. Then you get disappointed. And I think if you don't have someone who will help you to get through, that's where people get in big challenges, because of they don't know how. But to me, yes, I think our daughter was a saver. Let's say, when she told me, Mom, you can use your language skills. You are a Russian language teacher. So, and you know how many people, they want to save the language, and they won't. And there is no in Vegas, because she did research, she checked here and there. And I was like, wow, that's so good. So I worked in that area, but as a psychologist, still I want to work with parents more and with adult. So that was a little bit challenge, and I still couldn't get education. I'm a coach now, and I do, and it's like that's what I thought. Okay, if I cannot become as a psychology, I can, but I have to spend a lot of time, and plus I do travel a lot back and forth now. I go to Dubai, from Dubai to Russia, and from Russia sometimes I go to different countries. And I have, because I've been living on that side of, world, and I have also clients there. I have, different communities where I still used to, help. And then I said, I can't do that, everything here, to be, fully committed. And then it became, okay, I can become a coach. And then that solved another problem. So you see, what I like again in the States, in America, that you can find different things. You just need to open your mind. You need to let yourself to don't be so limited. Just allow look in different ways. Okay, which is we're not used to. I for sure I am not used to that. I have certain path and I follow, but in the state you have so many opportunities, but you need to give time and be able to know about them. And then I became a coach, and then I use art and psychology together, and I opened my own club where I lead a big community of women and supporting them to get through challenges.
Nice.
And that is my top topic, let's say, because I went through a lot of challenges, like immigrant, like different cultures, different growing a child in different environments, and facing different in the family issues, like which these days is very important, for women also. So I lead a lot of subject, but I usually lead through drawing.
I see. Like neurographics.
Yes, I do that. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing. So now I do, and as I help. If some kids are really in need of my help, yes, I take 1-2 child, but mainly I work with women.
When you do your lessons, you do it in Russian, or you do it in English?
No, I do in English and Russian.
It's not about traumas, right? It's more about...
It's not trauma. We don't do therapy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do therapy. We just help ourselves to get over challenges and find new ways and opportunities through certain drawings, which call neurographica.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yes,
so you can go.
It's a really great way, and I feel I am on my place, first of all, because it helped me to face certain challenges and find new ways. And it was really great experience. So after that, I thought, okay, I have to share this knowledge with
Yes.
with others.
Thank you.
And it's growing community.
I love that.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
come one day. I promise.
Yes, you should. Yeah.
Yeah, I really into psychology too. I was a life coach before, and when I realized it's so hard to be a psychologist here, like a therapist, I'm like, that's too much work.
Yes, it's a lot of work, a lot of dedication. It's not just even work. You have to really be fully involved.
Like when you were about to move to United States, did you have an American dream? Or do you still have one?
Oh, yes. I had, and I still have American dream. And I think this last 5 years, I am working on it, and I'm already stepping in it. And I wanted to have like a center, like a place where a woman can come and feel safe. And probably because I was as a migrant, let's say, most of my life. And I felt even in Emirates that if it was that kind of place where you could go and see the same woman, like not just only local, but immigrants, and do certain things and available. So I think it's much easier for women and to move, to shift. And so it was my dream. So when I go to America, I used to tell my husband, I'm going to open this center with the psychology help, and but they can bring their children, and they can bring their teenager kids. They can have their own different activities, and then I can work with women doing something, not healing, but doing something that motivates them. So that was my dream, and then I forgot about this dream.
Somehow.
No, I forgot because of my own issues. I was facing, I couldn't, settle. And then just few years, as I said, I got back, and I'm like, I'm working, and I'm putting all my effort and hours, and I am dedicated fully, even for my own surprise. How much? Because it's my dream that it would be affordable and available doesn't matter which level woman, like if she is just beginning, from zero starting, or she is on the high level, to be providing that courses and possibilities that they can come and just have that space. And I am really working, and I can say, because probably I am so much into it, I don't feel it's hard. But that is my dream, and I think I already stepped in it. So now I am building.
Good.
Yes.
One day I
nice.
want to hear
Thank
good
you.
news from you.
Oh yes, yeah, I'm sure, yeah, and hopefully, yeah, I will be able to come and we will have another conversation just only on that topic, and to tell more people that how great it is, Yes, for sure.
That would be great.
Oh yeah.
And the last question.
Oh yeah. More questions. Okay.
Just one.
Yeah.
If you have a message to all the people, what would you say?
Okay. Well, I think we all face challenges. Doesn't matter where we are in a family, in a work, in society. Just stay connected to yourself. That's the main thing, and we just need to face that challenge and then refocus. What do I want really in this moment? And then you can do anything and everything. Just trust yourself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's what I tell now. It's like a mantra. Just stay connected to yourself. Don't detach.
It's important.
Yes, that's very important. And then we have our power within us.
True.
Yes, so we can do everything. Everything. I didn't believe I could do so much as in every level, in the level of moral, in level of physical, in level of moving to different places. People move because of different reasons, but every one of us still face only one thing: how to move, what to do. And that's what some of us fast, some of us so slow.
Yes.
And when we are slow, that's where I feel that's where we disconnected. And if we get back and we feel, okay, yes, we are facing these problems, but there is something beyond your imagination you can do, just only refocus. And then things starts unfolding.
It was nice talking to you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. It really was a very nice conversation. So many things.
Yes,
But,
we have to remember.
Yes, exactly. But it was very nice to remember, because after so many years we live and we keep going, so we forget those moments where what we were facing, what we were passing through, and how we were doing that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.